Welcome back to another episode of PTV. I'm Sam Pruitt.
And I'm Terry Cunningham. Hey Sam, if your friends told you to jump off a dock, would you do it?
No way. I wouldn't give in to peer pressure. Get it? Peer, as in dog.
Well, in Mr. Kinney's psychology class, students are learning more about how peer pressure works. Let's take a look. Okay, we all ready? Mm-hmm.
The elementary school received a visit from the PHS psychology class.
We did an experiment on peer pressure. We are studying adolescence, the ages of adolescence from the age of 10 through 19. So we broke it down into 3 groups. We asked 3rd and 4th graders questions. We sent out a survey to 7th and 8th graders, and then we sent out another survey to 10th and 12th graders.
The 3rd and 4th graders didn't seem to crack under the pressure.
I think most of them probably said no, just by the way they acted in class, and some of them accidentally said it out loud. So
the experiment was a good way to bring the elementary school and high school together.
It gets the high school kids down to talk to the younger kids, kind of give them a different perspective of what adolescence is, and kind of remember back in their time when they were that age, what would they do. So
I like going to spend time with the kids and see them and just getting to do something different out of the school.
For PTV, this is Tanner Cole.
It's kind of wacky how people are influenced by their peers, but even wackier than that, Wacky Days at Kerwin.
Danica Hansha has a story on this year's Wacky Day.
Phillipsburg 6th graders and Phillipsburg FFA and FCCLA members took a trip to Kerwin for Wacky Days. While the 6th graders learned, members of the FFA and FCCLA helped set up for lunch by setting up the tables and also by making sure water jugs were filled.
We taught the students about life lessons in wildlife and in agricultural.
Students got to learn songs, touch animal fur, and learn how to conserve water.
The worms, he sung a song about it, about the worms and what they eat. And about the fur, it was different animals that they were cut. And there's a beaver and coyote.
For PTV, this is Danica Hanchett.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Sheriff John Brown come for you?
Hey, do you have a hall pass? No. Can I hold that pass? Stand up, sir.
Not only did the FFA help with Wacky Day, but Mr. Fellman's classes have also been helping with the concrete project near the track. Camry Stegmeyer tells us more.
Mr. Fellman's classes get hands-on learning while also contributing to the school.
Well, here the project we're working on right now, and have been working on for the last couple of weeks, is we're adding to the sidewalk down at the football field. And each year for the last several years, it's been a goal of the school to get a sidewalk around the outside to the visitors' side, or to drag it away from the board, right? So my ag mechanics class spends a couple weeks pouring concrete, and my goal is for them to have the skills to go out and pour a little pad of cement. So if they decide later in life they want a dog run or they want a new sidewalk, instead of having to hire somebody to do it, they'll have the basic knowledge to be able to do some of those skills. Well, the reason we're doing it is to teach the students simple skills, simple mechanical skills that I hope they'll use later in life. Simple projects that they could do so that they wouldn't have to hire that done. Something they can do so they can have a little pride in, and simple hands-on tasks.
For PTV, this is Camry Stegmeyer.
So Sam, have you decided what college you want to go to?
No, I'm still weighing my options. It's really hard to decide.
The struggle is real for a lot of seniors who still aren't sure what they want to do when they graduate. That's why each year a college fair is hosted in the area. Let's go to Alyssa Fawcett for that report.
I'm with the University of St. Mary in Leavenworth, Kansas.
And I work for Colby Community College in Northwest Kansas.
I'm from Pittsburg State University in Pittsburg, Kansas.
PHS seniors traveled to Kensington in order to explore options for next fall.
I found it to be very helpful. There was a lot more schools had nursing programs. I didn't even know some of them existed, like Heston. I didn't know that was a school. I'd never heard of it before.
Rihanna has narrowed down her options.
NCK Tech, Hutchinson, Heston, and Wichita State, as well as Fort Hays, possibly.
Speaking to the college representatives helps students make their choice.
Probably the Heston booth, because he was extremely nice and was a lot more outgoing than a lot of the other ones. They're just kind of like, here's my information, we'll contact you later, blah, 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 fill out this form. Just like, he was a really nice, interactive guy. He wanted to know your name, what you wanted to do, and he was just overall really nice and enthusiastic.
For PTV, this is Alyssa Fawcett.
Who needs college, though, when you've got the Derby?
What? The Kentucky Derby?
No, the Demo Derby.
3, 2, 1, let's go!
For PHS sophomore Alan Connor, offering a helping hand to others turns into his own opportunity.
I've helped a lot of people for a lot of years participate in the Derby, so I finally decided that it is time for me to do one for myself.
Part of the fun in Derby involves building the demo car.
Really, there's a lot of hours that go into it. There's a lot of things that people don't think about. That all take time, all adds up. I really have no idea how many hours go into it. It's a lot.
The Derby involves different classifications.
In the cars, they got hobos and welded cars, and then in the trucks, it's just one class, the trucks. But the welded cars, they're cars you can do a whole lot more to them. You can weld them solid, basically. And the hobo cars, you just chain your doors. You don't do very much welding. That's a simpler build.
Building cars and then smashing them up isn't just for the boys.
Well, some people don't believe me because I'm a girl, and some people just think it's very odd that girls derby. My stepdad thinks it's great. My mom is somewhat okay with it. She gets worried about me a lot, but my dad really hates the fact that I do that. They try to scare you to make you not want to come back because they don't think it's right that girls derby. I kind of thought it would be cool to go out there and smash cars.
For PTV, this is Haley Bruner.
I think it's done.
Oh boy, John, we need backup. John, we need backup.
Do not resist.
Sam, put your phone away. It's time to introduce the next story.
Oh, sorry, I had to Snapchat a friend before my Snapchat streak ended.
Apparently, you're not the only one. Alicia Hernandez shows us more about streaking.
Boogie that, boogie that. Boogie that, boogie that. Oh, yes, they call him the streak.
No, not that kind of streaking. Snapchat streaking. In a PHS survey, 80% use Snapchat, 65% keep an active streak, and the longest streak recorded was 346 days.
I wake up every morning and then I get on my phone, send a good morning to every single person. That way everyone gets a good morning text in the morning. My snap streak started one day because I just got on there, thought it looked pretty boring, and then shoot, I'll start some snap streaks.
My goal for Snapchat was to hit 100 days, and we hit that a long time ago. And then now our goal is to hit 350 days, so 1 year, and we're about 10 days away from that. I would be very depressed if we lost it, because I lose little ones like 30 or so, and that doesn't bother me, but we've almost hit 1 year, and I'd be very sad.
Oh, it feels awful. It's like a day ruiner. It's just you get up, and you see you don't have a streak with that person anymore, and you just, the whole day's ruined.
For PTV, this is Alicia Hernandez.
If Snapchat streaking is not your thing, then maybe frothing is.
Frothing. It's like golf with frisbees. Royce Turner will explain in this story.
Disc golf has taken over Phillipsburg. Phillipsburg 8th grader Cody Blue brought it here.
My dad thought of it as an idea because we'd gone to other towns and stuff that have had it, and he thought it'd be a pretty cool Boy Scout project. We started around May, and we got the last basket in about August or so, and we still have a kiosk that we're putting up by hole 1.
Some of our high schoolers have even gotten involved with disc golf.
I just started this year when the course got put in. Phillipsburg's course, the best I've ever done was a 28, which is 2 under par.
It's an activity that can be done involving all ages.
My favorite's probably 4, and my least favorite's 2. I shot a 27 scrambling with my brother Trey.
For PTV, this is Royce Turner.
It's
a nice day to fight crime.
Gotcha!
Another crime solved.
This year, our student body has become more active in showing school spirit, and the Panther Paws is starting a new tradition. Sydney Redinger shows us more.
From better pep rallies to the creation of the Panther Posse, PHS is showing more school spirit.
I think our school spirit has gotten better the last 2 years, and our pep rallies are really fun too.
All right, fellas, it's Friday night, and we're gonna play the best game in this country.
Giving the pep club a specific name adds a certain amount of pride.
A lot of area schools around us have pep club names, and we thought it'd be cool to have one too, so we're the Panther Posse.
Adding certain themes for games has become a tradition.
So far we've had blackout, pink night, and tie-dye night.
I go to every game. I'm a volleyball manager, so I travel with the volleyball team everywhere they go.
Having a pep club gets the players pumped up and just makes it more fun to be there.
For PTV, this is Sydney Redinger.
I don't know who that is. No hoods in school. Let's go.
Hey there. No hoods.
For a sports report, we head to Tanner Cole.
Thanks, Sam. Some of our fall sports are winding down and heading into the final week's competition. In tennis, only one PHS player remains as Macy Whitmer plays 5th at regionals to qualify for state, which is going on today and tomorrow. Good luck, Macy. In cross country, runners will be heading to regionals next Saturday, but last week they ran right here at home. Reika Kimura has more on that. Take a look.
The cross-country team ran at home last week for the MCO meet. Despite the cold weather, Abby Hoover continued to do well and placed 9th with a time of 22 minutes and 23 seconds.
I'm good with it. I could have done better, but it's all right.
The JV runners are also making big strides toward improvement. In the JV race, Connor Rock placed 10th and Jaden Jensonius placed 11th, while Michael Fitzpatrick placed 21st. And Arisa Peterson-Shea placed 5th in girls JV. For PTV, this is Reika Kimura.
With a record of 20 wins and 11 losses, our volleyball team is looking forward to the MCL and sub-state tournaments. Natalie Hughes has an update on the volleyball team's recent competition.
The Panther volleyball team went to Great Bend for a triangular on Tuesday. In the first match, PHS played Smith Center for the 4th time this season and won in 3 sets.
We played really well against Smith Center. We really got that momentum going and didn't let up.
I thought we played pretty well last night. We played really well against Smith Center, coming out and beating them. That's always a good thing after Hoisington. We will turn around and play them again Thursday, so we hope we can beat them. Against Great Bend, we went 24-26 with them first set. We just kind of fell the last set, so that would have been better.
The team focuses now on the MCL tournament.
League this Thursday, we have Smith Center our first game, which will be pretty good. We're 3-1 with them, so it'll always be a good game for us. We've played, pretty sure, almost every team in our league. We got to get that one against TMP, though. That's what we're really looking for.
For PTV, this is Natalie Hughes.
Good luck to the volleyball team as they finish the MCL tournament tomorrow. And tonight, the football team heads to TMP to protect their undefeated record this season. Caleb Reed reports on the last 2 football games.
The Panthers pushed the Railers off their tracks as they faced Ellis for the first time in several years. The Panthers score first when John Gower runs up the middle for a touchdown. The extra point play was good for an 8-0 lead. Ellis answers back with a score of their own. After that, the Panthers dominate the remainder of the game with an offense play like the pass from Trey Sides to Kurt Coombs for a touchdown. The longest touchdown of the night was their 86-yard run by Trey Sides.
Yeah, I was pretty excited. I mean, John Gower was all the way down the field with me blocking, so that's always nice to have him right there, right after you score, someone can celebrate with.
Panthers lead at half, 43-14, and kept the Railers scoreless in the second half.
I think it was after the half we knew we had some defensive mistakes, and we came out and played as a team.
The defense put points on the board as Jordan Ford got a scoop and score.
I thought I had a pretty good game. Thanks to my teammates, I also scored my first varsity touchdown.
Phillipsburg wins 56-14. For PTV, this is Caleb Reed. Although the Larned Indians came into our house with a 0-5 record, the Panthers prepared for a tough game.
Well, we had to realize that the record didn't mean anything. Through film we could single out players that were really good athletes, and they had very good athletes. It was just a matter of them coming together as a team that worried us. And you know, they just had certain players that didn't do their jobs, and that's what allowed us to flourish here in this game.
And flourish they did, as the Panthers scored 3 touchdowns in the first quarter, including their 60-yard pass to Jordan Ford.
We watched a lot of film. We definitely studied up on them, and then, you know, it was just hitting the practice field and getting the plays in, learning their offense, and finding the holes in their defense.
I would say our line had the biggest impact of the game. They just had to keep going and going. And, you know, at the end, even if it's a close-fought game, at the end, I feel as if our line punches it out, and, you know, we win most times.
John Honeycutt also added to the points by kicking 3 field goals on the night. Panthers win 50-0. For PTV, this is Caleb Reed.
Good luck to all our Panther athletes. Now back to Tay and Sam.
Thanks, Tanner. It looks like we have a lot of talented athletes at PHS, but are they strong enough to chair traverse? Here's this week's fun feature.
And grab this.
Wait, why did I touch that?
Watched the video, I was like, oh yeah, I can do that.
Oh no.
I don't think it works like that.
No, that counts.
That leg is coming up. Oh, dear. You're good. Get up here. Acrobat candy, get up there. Oh. Impossible. With practice, I'll get it.
That wraps up our episode of PTV. I'm Terry Cunningham.
And I'm Samantha Pruitt.
Stay classy, Phillipsburg High.